Okay, so volumes of revolution question. If you actually read this question, you could do it by using the volume of a sphere, but the question says use integration, so we've got to find these. Right, the clue for this is that they are semicircles. So you should know that the equation of a circle, you can see these circles are centered at 0, 0. So that's going to make curve 1 x squared plus y squared equals root 2 squared, which is 2, and it's going to make curve 2 x squared plus y squared equals 1 squared, which is 1. Right, we're rotating about the x-axis 360 degrees, so all the way. So remember, our formula for volumes of revolution about the x-axis is pi integral y squared dx. The dx on the end tells us we're going about the x-axis. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to work out the volume of the outside curve when rotated and take away the inside bit because we only want that shaded bit once it's been rotated. So if we're going to do curve 1, okay, we need to find y squared. So y squared, I call that y1 squared, is going to be 2 minus x squared. For curve 2, call that y2 squared, that's going to be 1 minus x squared. So we've got our two curves. So that means our volume for curve 1 is going to be pi integral 2 minus x squared dx, and we need some limits, and that's the x values we're going to between because we're going about the x-axis. And then volume 2, similarly. So now we're just going to work out what those two volumes are. First of all, integrate. And then I'm going to substitute in the limits. Remembering it's pi times everything. We're going to try and keep our answer accurate rather than just sticking this in our calculator and get a decimal. That's a good skill to have at A level maths. So now, for this, we need to think about, I've got root 2 cubed, so that's root 2 times root 2 times root 2. Every pair of root 2's makes a 2, so that's 2 root 2. Right, similarly for this one, so I'm going to have negative root 2 times negative root 2 times negative root 2. That's still going to be negative, which can make that positive, and it's going to be a 2 root 2. Okay, so our first volume is going to be pi times 8 root 2 over 3. Now I'm going to do my second volume. This one's probably going to be a little bit easier to work out. We've only got negative 1 and 1 to substitute in. And if you substitute in these numbers, work all that out, you get 4/3 pi. And then I'm just going to scroll down here. Okay, so the overall volume that we're looking for, which they called R, is the larger volume minus the smaller volume. Okay, and if we can combine those, that's 8 root 2 minus 4 over 3 times pi. And then if you were asked to turn that into a decimal in the question, then you should get that as 7.659 units squared.